Welcome back everybody, Broadbent here. Today I've got a rather different video for you. Now this is primarily aimed for the developers of The Forest. Now I've got a few things to clear up obviously before I start the video straight away. I really enjoy this game. I want this game to succeed. That is the reason I have made this video. I have not made this video to bash the game and say how terrible it is. This is an alpha game, you've got to understand. I just thought I would compile all these bugs into one video, send them to the developers so they can fix them as soon as possible. And I only just realised how demotivating this video probably is to the developers, but don't worry guys, you're doing a great job, just keep it up. Wait, what was that? Was the gun a bad idea? I've tried to structure and organise these bugs as well as I can, but some may still be in the wrong place, but they're all roughly in the right section, so you won't find two bugs that are the same at either ends of the video. If the developers would like any more information on a specific bug in this list, or multiple bugs, feel free to contact me on my business email, which can be found on my YouTube channel's About page. Alright, so without further ado, let's get straight on into the video. The player gets covered in blood after loading a world. You can see this by paying close attention to the axe before and after. Jumping doesn't use any stamina. The passenger list, only the count, updates every time in the upmost cave entrance in the sinkhole. Falling back from an explosion can cause the player's screen to tilt. This may have something to do with water. Picking up logs in water can take too many attempts. Either you can carry them or you can't. You can also dive with them. If you attempt to pick up a tape that you already have, it will just float in the air. Bone armor is really difficult to equip. Drinking all the water from a water skin moves the water skin onto the crafting mat. Dried rabbit texture change when you hover over it. Hovering over the backmost feather outlines the bow. Hovering over the blue upgraded rock will change the texture to a normal rock. There's no way to tell how many batteries you have. You can just equip air canisters when you don't have a rebreather. Hovering over leaves in your inventory will change the screen texture of the pedometer. There's a massive FPS drop just from opening your backpack. Water in the old pot will vanish after you reload a save. Item combine or add to crafting mat sound effects sounds like multiple items have been placed. Turtle shell hover icon is a book. Katana hover icon is a stick. Lighter hover icon is a torch. Upgraded stick hover icon shows tree sap. Weapon modifications added before 0.47 are now invisible, yet the effects still apply. Wall weapon holders do not hold the flare gun, bow, spear, upgraded spear, or the climbing axe properly. Sticks and tennis balls don't float. Eating spoilt meat off a drying rack does not play the eating sound effect. Trees that fall due to an explosion still fall in the direction that the player is looking, not relative to the explosion. Cancelling the release of an arrow, then releasing the fire button, will make the arrow flicker. You can light a fire arrow while it's drew back, but cannot fire it. Also, your left hand does not reset. Being hit while drawing back an arrow will result in your bow resetting, but the arrow can still be shot. Unplugging then plugging back in a gamepad causes a survival bug to open. Bomb tutorial in survival guide is missing watch as an ingredient. Fire arrow survival book crafting guide doesn't include alcohol. Getting off a boat switches the player's equipped item to the plane axe. When you're on a small raft, rain sounds like you're indoors. Getting onto rafts is really difficult from the water. Large rafts don't require rope, but a small one does. Raft makes splash sounds when on land. All animals seem to ignore the water in the small lake with 2 rocks to the south of the map. Natives can also and not drown. I will add this is not very consistent. The icon for rabbit meat, fur and skinning shows a lizard. Birds frequently get stuck flying in circles, slowly moving up and down. Skinning icon for tortoise shows a shell. The icon should be generic meat. When you skin a tortoise, a shell can sometimes appear temporarily and disappear. The devs have stated that this is not a feature yet, but if it's not a feature yet, the shell shouldn't appear. Rabbits don't breed. Tree bridges' anchor points are too low, making the player jump. Deer skin and rabbit skin can't be placed on custom flooring, instead it snaps to the underside of the floor planks. Log sleds that have fallen into lakes are stuck down there forever. You often exit chairs and benches at the back, sometimes getting the player stuck in a building. No gather tree sap tip for damaged structures, making it hard to know when something's been attacked. No structures items can be placed on a table. Timmy drawings can't be placed on walls of log cabins. The ceiling skull blueprint rope icon shows cloth. A climbing rope put onto a high platform won't extend all the way to the ground. Sap collectors appear to be floating on thin trees. Blueprint finish preventation not always working. Log sled and marker's default icon colour and default cloth colour don't match. Temporary shelters have glowing leaves in caves. Custom floor, E-ticked complete a build doesn't go away when you open and close your survival book. 0.49 placing mechanic has not been applied to skin racks built before 0.49. Rabbit cage into rack button shows no matter how far you go away from it. Basic fires built before 0.48 have not been adapted to the new mechanics. Chair icon appears at a specific distance but is unusable. Stairs with no platform cannot be built from bottom to top. Catapults are invincible. If a player gets on rope attached to a platform while the platform has been destroyed, the player can climb indefinitely. If you build a treehouse on an undamaged tree, then chop the tree once, the leaves will reappear. Sleep with a cannibal on a noose trap and he will teleport across the map with the noose still attached. Small rafts are invincible. Log sleds are invincible. Bodies in the log sled will vanish after a reload. Sap collectors that were built before 0.48 will not fall with a tree when you cut it down. This could be related to the trees regrowing every update. Damage a large stick holder and repair it, it will then become a small stick holder. Upgraded sticks placed on weapon racks before 0.49 cannot be removed. The following 2 clips show unmarked caves on the map. There are some more, but they're not in this video. Unable to cut down some trees that have no leaves. Rain passes through the yacht roof. You can walk underwater at the small river up north. There's a dome of light in caves. I've only seen this on my PC and it's not very consistent, but I have seen this about 5 times. There's a link to my full PC specifications in the description. Trees that have treehouses built on them have regrown their branches after the update 0.48. Again, this could be related to the trees regrowing. At the northeast of the map, you can swim in very shallow water. Blueberries can disappear on some blueberry bushes. Overlay icons off, not working for save points built in the sinkhole. If you set show HUD and show overlay icons to off and then you load a save, they won't change back once you set them to on. Pressing the escape button in the menu does not go back to the previous menu. This was said to be fixed in 0.47. There's really no way to delete saves other than overwriting. Inconsistent menu settings. For example, motion blur, when I click the right arrow it goes up, but if I go to the SSOA quality tab and I click the right arrow it goes down. Just to add, I also think that they should lock, so when you're all the way to the right it should not be able to cycle back around. Custom graphic settings reset when changing to a preset and back. If you use a mouse to bring up the press key to assign window and then use a Xbox controller pressing B, it will go back to the main game with the blur still enabled and you can't use any of your controls. The only option for the player is to Alt F4 and close the application. There's no art on the Forest configuration screen. Select monitor doesn't work, making it impossible to launch on the opposite monitor. The remaining 11 bugs only work using co-op mode. The game often crashes when the player clicks exit to main menu or exit to Windows. The host gets covered in blood from client's actions. You can see this by paying very close attention to the axe. Some raft controls aren't being disabled when the pause menu is opened while still operating the raft. Meat resets to the default state, raw fresh, after reload. This is for clients only. Steam Cloud saves do not transfer the player's data from another player's world. This is the CS folder in app data. The climbing axe does not work when spawning in a sinkhole. This is because the game thinks the player is spawned in a cave. This is for clients only. Customized weapons don't show up as customized from another player's perspective, they each show up as default. Virginias have a green ball between their feet. This may be clients only and it's not happened to everyone that I've seen. 2 or more players picking up a head at the same time will duplicate it. When the host tabs out, all clients will see host not responding. A quick temporary fix would be to add windowed borderless. Inconsistent custom structure support beams. The layout changes frequently. Now this is a very specific bug to our world, but we can supply the world if it's needed. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching this video. I know it was quite a long one, but it had to be done at some point. So I would like to thank everyone for making it through to this point in the video, and if you're still listening, comment lemons. Thank you for watching everyone, and I will catch you in the next episode.